Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Buddha. Welcome to Get Real with Shameeza. I'm your host, Shameeza Ali. I'm grateful for this opportunity to spend this time with you. Tonight's show will empower you, it will enlighten and inspire you. It will have you questioning your abilities and purpose on this earth. You will hear a story of survival and determination. You will learn about gratitude and how we can all make a difference in our community. But first, please welcome my co host for tonight, George Baksh. Welcome to the show, George.
Hey, how you guys doing? How you
Good.
doing, Sham?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I had a great day at work. How was your day?
My day was very eventful. A lot of good things happening.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great day. I mean, the sun was out, the rain came a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
I feel like the rain couldn't decide if it wanted to fall or if it wanted to go away or what really was happening here in New York. But nevertheless, we're here. I'm excited. We have an eventful night for everyone. So, you know, I just wanted to cover a few things. First, I want to ask everyone to like and share and also subscribe on our YouTube channel. So I'll give everyone some time to just do that. Share very quickly, guys. It doesn't cost anything and it really helps us. So if you can just share the link really quickly, your friends, family, anyone that you think will be able to benefit from the show, they might be enlightened, they're looking for some inspiration in their life, please share. The next thing I wanted to touch on, George, is I wanted to quickly go over one of the things that I've been seeing in the news, and it kind of bothers me, is our beautiful country, Guyana. It just seems like there's been a lot happening there from COVID to the flooding recently, and it's been affecting the people there. There is a lot happening right now. So, what do you think about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been watching, I saw some report on Facebook. I mean, I know they have massive flooding, but I also talked to someone yesterday, and he said on the East Coast wasn't that much flooding. You know, I mean, I know that people are going through a hard time after COVID. Now they have all this water. I see people are just getting a boat to get out of their house. You know, I guess the water just came over. Is it the rainy season or something broke or what's going on there?
Well, there was a lot of rain in May, and it just keep happening. It was just a lot of rain in Guyana, and so
Yeah,
it's one of the worst that they have seen in many years, and it's just affecting everyone. On top of that, we have COVID. It's seen a lot of cases of COVID in Guyana as well. So we also have Trinidad, where there's been an increase in cases of COVID as well. So they have a lockdown, kind of like what we had here in New York and in Guyana last year. They have that going on right now because their cases have been increasing. So, to the people of Guyana, Trinidad, our prayers, our thoughts are with you. We're here with you. We pray with you, and we hope for things to get better very soon.
yes, I saw the thing. You know, I know they got shipment of vaccine. I guess a lot of people didn't get to get it in time, and the COVID. You know, I guess they caught the COVID in Trinidad. But I hope everything work out for them. I mean, you have to protect yourself and go out and get the vaccine if they didn't. And like you said, we wish them well. And I hope everything okay with them. You have to go into lockdown for not spreading the virus. Wear your mask. Also over here, I still wear my mask. I was in New York yesterday, and I still wear my mask.
Right. I believe people are not taking it as seriously as they should, and they're not seeing the danger of what's happening. And so that's causing an increase in cases. And, by the time they realize that it's too late and there is nothing really that you can do.
Yeah, it's invisible. You can't see it coming, so you
Right.
could catch it at any time. So be protect yourself at all time. I tell the
Definitely.
people, you don't know even who have it, and give it some time. I mean, get the vaccine. I'm going to go out and get the vaccine. I didn't get it, but I have the antibody because I had the COVID. But soon as I could go out and get the vaccine, I'm out. I'm going to get
Very
it.
good. Good night, everyone. Good night, written by Sandra. Good night to you, Linda. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It is an honor to be here with you. Thank you to everyone that's sharing the link. I am very grateful for that. George, the other thing that I wanted to bring to the attention of the viewers is that we are trying really hard to change the night of the show. So right now it's Friday. We're trying to change it. I've had a live where I spoke about it, and some people they were agreeing to it. Quite a few people agreed to it. So tonight we're asking your feedback for us to change the night of the show from Fridays to Wednesdays. If you are in agreement, you have until the end of the show. Send us a message, a comment. We would love to know your input. We would love to have your input because without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now. So please send us your feedback on that.
Yeah, your
Uh,
vote. We need your vote, and I think it's a good. I mean, Wednesday night I think will be great because summer's here. People have been locked down. Friday night they probably want to go out to dinner. And we have the show. So I mean, they're gonna give us their vote, and I saw you. We will. I saw the live that you did, and I know you had a lot of vote for. Was it Tuesday and Wednesday they wanted?
Right. I'm happy that you mentioned that, George, because we're also thinking of adding an additional night. So we're not, 100% on it right now, but it might
Okay.
get to that eventually. When it does, I'll definitely get the feedback from our viewers of what they think. Good night to you, Cher. Thank you so much. Maggie, good night to you. Martha, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, so I think Wednesday will be good, but we're gonna get the vote from the viewers, and they're the ones that are gonna be watching, so their vote count.
Definitely. And I think that's why it's important for us to have the live audience where we can interact, because for me it's important their input on what their idea of things is really helpful for me,
Yeah.
because I
So
respect that and I honor it. Go
do
ahead.
you want to talk about the viewers? I mean that the guest that you have tonight is a business girl, right?
Right. And
She started her
I'll
own
introduce
business.
her. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
introduce her in a little bit. She'll be
So the
on in a
people for
little bit.
business that own their business, they should watch. There's always something to learn from someone else.
You're right, George. And in just a little bit, we'll have Crystal Lamb on and she will go over, all the details. We'll take feedback as well. Sandra is saying right now, I think Wednesday is not bad. Like George said, Friday night need to go chill a little. You're right, Sandra. So great. We have vote for Monday. Oh, wow. Monday. Is Monday an option, George?
I think Monday is like you're trying to get back to work and you come home and you don't want to be bothered because you hope the week is over. But I mean, if they vote Monday, we'll give them Monday. But the vote counts. So I think Wednesday will be a relaxing day. You're half a day, half into the week, and people are going to be like, okay, sit down Wednesday night and watch the show.
Right.
Because by Thursday they're ippity up, getting that happy hour in, speed up for Friday, and they're out having dinner or something. That's what I think. But
Well, we have Sabrina. Sabrina is joining us from Guyana. She says Friday night is a great night. Maybe some nights you do not need a co host. Change it up a little from looking sometimes like a Zoom meeting. Just my opinion. Okay.
okay,
Noted. Well, that's what we're trying to also add a second night so that we can probably just do call ins and, just share stories where we can all have a moment. There will be no guests, there will be no one else. It's just us, and we'll just have discussions.
yeah.
Sandra says she'll go with you, George. Laverne. Laverne is joining us from London, guys. So good night to you. I know there is a 5 hour time difference. So thank you so much. I believe it is now 1 a.m. Saturday, 1 a.m. Saturday in London. So thank you,
Wow.
Laverne. Laverne and I went to school together. So she's my school friend. Perfect. So, George, let's go ahead and welcome our first guest of the night. My first guest tonight At one point in her childhood, she and her family lived in a tent. And later, she became a teenage mother, but she never allowed those challenges to prevent her from one day fulfilling her dream of having her own business. I'm honored to introduce my first guest. She is the CEO of Crystal Lamb Designs, Miss Crystal Lamb. Crystal, welcome to the show.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. You look gorgeous.
Hello. Evening, guys.
How are you feeling?
Okay. Not sure you guys can see me. Is the visual okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
Good evening.
right
Hi.
there.
Hi, Shameeza. Thank you so much for
Hi,
having me.
Crystal. We're
It's a
happy to
pleasure
have you
being
here.
here.
I guess.
Definitely. S- So, Crystal, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is
Thank you.
Crystal Lamb?
All right. So, Crystal Lam is a 28-year-old entrepreneur. I have a
Oh, George, I think we might have lost her. The weather in Guyana is
Diana.
probably not that great.
I
So,
figure, yeah, that's what's going on. I mean, we had her on the pre-show. I mean, the pre thing. She was coming in good. I guess the weather.
yeah,
I always said maybe the satellite shift.
yeah, it could be. I will wait to have her on back, but I'm excited about next week's show as well.
Oh yes, yes. Next week is Father's Day. I see you have some baskets ready to go. I see you have the cricket guys, man. I don't know. You're gonna have like a different show that day because I know they're gonna go at it. What do you think?
I mean, there's nothing to go at. I feel like it will be a lot of information. It will be a journey back to where it all started, how cricket has made an impact on all of our lives. As a young girl growing up, for me, going to the cricket games was fun for me, and I know for a lot of people it was fun. So for me, it will be really a good thing. All right,
I never. Okay, she's back.
Crystal is back.
Hi, Crystal.
Can you hear us, Crystal?
hey. So, I'm not sure what happened just now, but I was disconnected from the line. Yes, I can.
Perfect. So go ahead, tell us about yourself.
All right. So I was saying that Crystal Lam is a 28-year-old. She is an entrepreneur. She is as well, beautiful girls. So I have a uniform company where we specialize in mass customization, wherein we go into large companies and we fit each individual.
Yeah,
Right.
I think she have bad connection. Um, she's in Guyana, so we gotta look at that. Because the weather probably bad over there. So Sham,
Yeah.
we were saying next week the cricket. Cricket. The guy's gonna have to say something about the other guy. You know that because you're gonna
Well,
have a guy,
I I really don't know if that's what I'm looking to do.
or maybe our audience probably gonna want to say something. I know the audience gonna say, "I think this." The audience gonna have to say something.
So we have Sharda. Sharda says that she loves the pink on me, George.
Oh, I'm
She
sorry. I don't have pink on. I don't have my
Yeah,
pink
so
shirt today.
I'm sure she's referring to me. So thank you, Sharda. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, sorry. You didn't say nothing about me, but it's okay. It's fine. No,
George,
but
since you went to Guyana and you didn't let her enjoy her day out, that one day we were in Georgetown, I think she since then you're not her favorite. I'm her
what did I
favorite.
do? I can't even remember. I'm sorry. I'm getting old. I can't even remember. But we'll leave that in the past.
Yeah.
We'll leave that over there. But
Or
I always want to enjoy myself. Charter. So next time you come back to the states, but we party for Shamiza's birthday. Oh, you're back,
Crystal
Chris.
is back.
Is it the weather bad over there, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. My phone keeps. I keep getting disconnected from the link.
Okay, okay. Take your time. It's
Pardon me.
fine. Yeah.
All right.
So, Sham.
Go ahead, Georgie. I'm listening.
Yeah, so the cricket thing I was trying to tell I didn't get to play cricket in Guyana, you know that, right? I get to go to the cricket game and sit in the thing, because when I was going to school, I wasn't into sports. I didn't get to do the sports stuff, so I didn't get to play. All what I played bottom ball on the street, that was it. But I don't know much about the cricket. I used to go with your dad, and I used to have to take the equipment, and that's all I know. I didn't get to play, but I did went to the stadium and stuff and look at it, but I didn't know what was going on. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
have much to say, but we're gonna have some questions for the guest that we have next week.
Perfect. I'm excited about Ki. So excited about having him. Musically, he is very talented. He's won the CSM 3 times, so I'm excited to have him on the show. Good night
Okay.
to you, Kamina. Um, Guys, we're gonna have to just bring in one of our other guests at this point. I'm not sure what's going on with the connections for Crystal, but hopefully we can have her. We will have to continue the show, however. So please welcome to Get Real with Shameeza, uh, Damian Sookram.
Hi, good night.
Hey,
Good
Damian.
night.
Are you
Good
guys hearing
night
me
to
loud and
you.
clear?
Yes,
Yes,
All right.
and we can see you too.
we could see
All
you
right.
now.
That's good. That's good.
So, Damian, you're a traditional chutney singer.
That is correct. I'm a traditional chutney singer. I usually sing the different type of chutney, which is more of the Hindi and the English kind of mix up. But it's that hot, spicy one that when you hear it, you want to shake. You got to shake.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
You have to.
You have to. There's no no's and maybe and stuff.
You
you
have
got to
to.
get up
So,
and move your foot, right?
That's
Uh,
it.
you got to do something.
You got to do
I
something, man.
like
You got to shake
I like
something.
Guy Kisun is joining us from Trinidad, guys, and I know Damien, you are from Trinidad as well.
Yeah, that's correct. I was born in Trinidad, but I migrated to the States about 25 years ago.
So you were
Mm.
3 when you came.
No, I don't want to say my age, but I came here very,
Why?
very young.
Oh, wow.
I'm younger than you, but and I always
You
say
look
my
like that.
yeah.
Shamiza didn't get the memo, with the
Oh,
bump.
you
It's
know what? I didn't. You guys,
I
did you
got-
guys send it to me?
George, you didn't send it to her?
what? The
The
memo?
memo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I didn't tell her because it's a guy thing. You don't share it too much.
Right, right, right.
But she
Well,
got her girls
I'll
on.
stick to
She don't
my
share
pink.
stuff
I'll
with me.
stick to my pink, guys. I think this one is more like a lilac. I'm
Yeah,
not sure if you
Susie
guys are
got
seeing it
comment
as
on
a
her
pink.
her page.
Gotcha.
So Damien, tell us a little
Yeah.
about yourself.
Okay, so who is Damian Sookram? Damian Sookram is a Trinidadian guy that was born into music. At the age of 5 years, I started playing the dolak. My dad was actually a chutney singer back in Trinidad also, and at the age of 5, I started playing, and I accompanied him throughout Trinidad till the age of 13 when I migrated to the States. And when I landed from JFK, I came straight to Jersey, and I never left Jersey. A lot of people, when they see me in Queens, is like, "Hey, which part in Queens you live, man?" I'm like, "No, bro, I live in Jersey."
So
But I've been singing for the last since what 2016.
okay,
Yeah, 2016. No, 2008. Sorry. Yeah, I've been singing since 2008, and throughout those years, I gotta be honest, it was really really nice. Because the style of music that I do is it's not the typical like West Indian music. I sing tan, chutney, bhajans. I play my own harmonium. Um, I just give people what they want to hear.
You keep the
right,
BPM up.
Yeah, 150, 140 and up.
one.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you, like you said, you're a traditional chutney singer.
Yeah.
What is your inspiration behind your music?
Well, growing up in a home where chutney, not just chutney, music itself was something that you hear every day. Eventually it was gonna be brought out in me. My grandfather was also a singer. My dad is, and back in Trinidad, growing up in that village I came from, there was a lot of different musicians also. And my inspiration to chutney music and music in its whole is basically it's something that's in my blood. Naturally comes out. If I'm driving on the road and I'm hearing a song on the radio, it could be whatever genre of the music. Once it has that nice beat going, I probably just moving my head like this.
Got it. Wow. Now, if you had to choose
Hmm.
another, because it seems like chutney music has been embedded in you
Right.
somewhat, right? If you had to choose another genre of music, any other genre of music, what
Hmm.
would it be?
Soca.
Soca.
Yeah.
Now, have you been practicing some soca?
Well, I do some crossover songs, soca with a cover songs with a band in Jersey here, and I mean I guess it's a West Indian thing, like that kind of the rhythm, It's something that I'm addicted to.
Can you give us give us a little bit of that?
The chutney.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
No,
Well, this song. Are you guys hearing me here?
yeah, we can hear you.
I have a little keyboard set up here. I don't have no musicians with me live, but we'll make it work. So this is a song that I actually entered CSM with, which is one of the biggest chutney forums in the
Hmm.
chutney industry. It's called Nache Gawe. Now, Nache, a lot of people don't really understand the traditional part of chutney because of the language. But Nache means to dance,
Hmm.
and Gawe means to sing. So when I sing, you
Hmm.
dance.
Okay.
Nache gawe, say ya nache gawe. Nache gawe, say ya nache gawe. Aye na nadia na nadia de. Aye ne nadia nache gawe. Hey!
Wow.
Good
Wow.
format. I like it. It's
Thank you.
like fluent. You just give it a stop and you go. That's it's powerful voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that power in your voice.
Thank you.
You have a
Thank you.
very strong voice, Damien, and
Well, you know, when I used to practice when I first started singing, I never wanted to practice with mics because that's the only way you can basically build your voice without a mic.
mhm,
If I were to go somewhere and someone is singing before me
mhm.
and I go to sing, the PA guy have to lower the volume because my voice is very loud.
Hmm.
I guess for as a chutney singer, you need that, right?
Yeah, well, but with traditional, the best way to bring it out is singing loud and on an octave, like very, very high and powerful.
I I might not understand it right now, but I'm sure in the future I will
Well,
totally get it.
go on YouTube, look up Damian DH Sookram, and
I have, and I've seen your videos. I've seen your performance recently at the CSM, and I have to say it was just perfect.
thank you,
So,
thank you.
uh, you know, George, do you have a question for him first?
Yeah. Question is, a lot. We saw a lot of singers on the thing on the show.
Right.
When you sing in Hindi, do you think everybody understand it?
Well, no, I'll say no because it's a new generation of listeners of chutney music. The reason why I intend to stick with the traditional part of it is because I'm old school. You know, I started listening chutney and singing chutney and knowing chutney when it just formed to be chutney, like in the early ages back in the 80s. So that's that ear for it. It's something that I have it for. But this style of chutney, a lot of people don't understand it. It's all Hindi, Bhojpuri. If I were to sing like like a chutney with English, people will understand. Like, look at my darling, she mashing up the place, shaking in she gangri and rolling up she waist. Hey, they will understand that type of the chutney.
Yeah. What's wrong with that though?
Nothing is wrong with it. Once it has that beat, once people is dancing, go
Yeah,
with it.
I think the new generation. Do you think the new generation would want to hear it in English, like our
Um,
kids?
definitely. I'll be honest with you. Like most of the gigs that I get hired for, it's more of the traditional maticores and the dignity and the reception. It's people that appreciate the traditional chutney side of the music. You know.
Okay,
Perfect.
Yeah.
right.
So, Damien, right now, I would love for you to. We'll bring in our next guest. Is it possible for you to hang on for a little bit and give
Not
us
a
a
problem.
performance
I'm
at the
here.
end before we end the show? Just have
Not a
you
problem.
come back in, give us a, maybe a taste of your soca as well.
All right.
Uh,
Not a problem.
or if you want to do it now, you can go ahead and do it for
It's
us.
up to you. You're the boss.
Yeah, please go ahead. I would love
Yeah, we
to
want
hear
to
it.
hear that voice. Let
Yeah.
loose.
All right.
BPM.
Let me sing this one. This is a famous one that was popular back in the days. Um, Mausi da suiye halewa, ye mausi da suiye halewa, aye batara wako je, mausi da suiye halewa. So that's basically the chutney. Let me explain to you what it is, right?
Yeah.
Mausi is the big sister, and
Right.
halwa is when you make when baby is born. So it's actually
Right.
a song when baby is born. The mausi making the halwa and giving the people to eat and stuff like that.
Because
Wow.
I saw some of the guys that be knocking on the floor, so I couldn't understand what's the knocking on the floor. Because once the
Oh,
song start playing, they get on the floor, they start banging, and I'm a little confused. But it's okay. It's
it's
you're breaking it down.
it's that power that the traditional chutney brings out in people.
Okay, okay.
You'll be amazed to see the kind of movements that happens, the
Don't feel
kind
bad.
of
I did it a couple of times,
gestures.
but I just didn't understand it. I just did it for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Damien, hopefully you can end the show with us doing some of that, giving us that real beat of the chutney,
All
what you
right.
can really bring. Let's see what you can do for us, right?
No
Get the
Maybe
heart rate up.
you'll
We want to
get
get the
George
heart rate up.
hitting the floor very
Well,
soon.
George, it's Friday, so
Yeah, you got to
TGIF.
let loose a little bit there, George. You might want to take that jacket off. You might want to, get a pink top on or
Big
something.
shirt? I don't know.
Pink shirt. Get a
The
pink
girls are
shirt.
commenting on the shirt. I should have asked the dress code today, but I didn't get the dress code memo.
No, apparently I didn't get the dress code because you guys are doing well. Let's see if Foreman comes in. Let's see what happens then. Then we'll know if I missed the dress code. But Damien, we'll see you in a little bit.
You got it.
Just hang in there. We'll be right back with you.
Not
Okay.
a problem.
All right.
Bye.
And guys,
So,
let it like and share because we're gonna get this going this show going. We got great chat niche singer. We have business people coming on. Just like and share it because more viewers we build. We're gonna bring that Wednesday night to you guys, and maybe another comedy night. I don't know. Whatever we decide we're gonna do on
so
Tuesday.
So everyone that joined us a little bit later in the show, in the beginning, we were saying that we're looking to move the show from Fridays to Wednesdays. If you are in agreement of moving the show from Fridays because you want to enjoy your summer weekends and you will prefer to watch a show on Wednesdays, please leave a comment for us, send us a message, and your feedback is quite important because that will enable us to make the change we need to make. All right. So please continue to comment if you're in favor of moving it, and we will make it happen for you. All right,
Yes.
so let's move on to our next guest at this point. As a matter of fact, George, just quickly, I wanted to let everyone know we've had technical difficulties with our first guest. She's joining us from Guyana, and she's tried several times to come in, and for some reason it's not working for her. So unfortunately, at this point, we will have to reschedule a time to have Crystal Lamb back on the show. We will have our second guest for the night, Mr. Verman Bidesi, join us in just a little bit. So let me quickly introduce him. So, Verman, my next guest is humble, he is pleasant, and he is well respected in our community. He is the CEO of Guyana Hemp Industries Company, Inc. He is also the president of Bidesi Imports. He is also the CEO of Caribbean Food Distributors. Please welcome Ms. Verman Bidesi. Ms.
Everybody's disappearing.
I'm not sure what's going on tonight.
He was there. I don't know what happened.
It's probably some little technical difficulties we're having right now. So,
Yes, it's the weather. I don't know. Many years ago I used to sell beepers. I don't know if you remember the beepers.
of
So I
course.
had to fix the beepers, and every time the beepers didn't work for a customer, I always tell them the satellite shift or something. But I will fix it for them. I will get it right. So sometimes, with the technology going on now, I don't know, sometimes reception don't come in, and people, but they were there before. I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, so Vorman will be in just a little bit.
Okay.
Um, we have Debbie saying that good idea for Wednesdays. So we have quite a few votes right now for Wednesdays. So
Come
looks
on,
like,
guys, you got to vote. We got to do
yeah, guys,
Wednesday.
let's do this. Let's do this.
What are we?
Okay, so Mr. Vorman Badesi is back. Guys, please welcome to the show, Mr. Vorman Badesi. Hey, Vorman,
Hey,
how are you?
hey, good evening, everyone. I thought we had
Good
some technical
evening.
difficulties there.
We did. We
We do.
did. We did. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show, and pleasant evening to all your guests.
Well, thank you. I know you're very busy, and to have you take some time out to join us here tonight, I'm absolutely delighted to have you here with us.
Yes, I'm honored to be here too.
Perfect. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Badesi.
Well, I'm the CEO and president of Badesi Import on the U.S. side. I have a family business that's on the Canadian side, as well as the international Caribbean, Guyana, etc. So we manage the U.S. and partly Caribbean, and Canadian operation also manage Canada and some parts of the Caribbean islands. It's too big of a business to handle by one person, so we have divisions that we take care of.
Now, and this all started how long ago?
Well, my dad started a business back in the 50s and 60s in Guyana. He was doing sporting goods, importing things from around the world, fishing equipment, leads, carpets, things like that. Then we moved to Canada, and then from Canada he started something in 1977, which expanded both sides of the border at the same time because lots of people were migrating overseas or immigrating from Guyana, or not just Guyana, Trinidad, and other places, and they couldn't find their necessary things that they love to have on their table or use in their kitchen. So he started to source these things and start Caribbean West Indian shop in Toronto, and it expanded to one of the largest wholesaler in the United States and Canada.
Wow. Wow. Uh,
Yeah,
so so now you are the CEO of Guyana Hemp Industries.
that's correct. We've been lobbying with the government, the prior government and the current government, for hemp to pass hemp because in New York State they already passed marijuana, so you can grow marijuana in your home, up to 3 to 5 plants. And Guyana's like years and years behind the 8 ball, so we're hoping that they can plant hemp. And with the tragedy that's happening with the floods right now, and once that is, in dry weather season come around, maybe there's an opportunity for all Guyanese to um, grow hemp, and hemp is more profitable, maybe 3 to 5 times more than rice or cane, so they can have that residual income that they lost with this floods that we're looking for.
Great point there, Mr. Badesi. Now, for anyone, for instance, my mom is listening right now, right? And she might not have a general idea of the word hemp. Can you explain to my mom and maybe other viewers
My
in
mom.
a little detail about hemp?
Well, hemp and marijuana comes both from the cannabis species, and hemp is the male plant that does not get you high, and marijuana is the female plant that does get you high. So the simple thing is, like, I look at the poultry, animal poultry, where you have a rooster cannot lay egg, but a chicken can. So that's the difference with hemp and marijuana. It comes from the same cannabis species, but the plants are totally different.
And also hemp, we have a lot of different uses for it.
They have over 50,000 uses. Currently, a lot of high performance car uses the fiber for their fenders or structured body because it's 10 times lighter and 10 times stronger than concrete.
Wow,
Pretty good.
that's
And
That's very impressive.
hemp can also give you biofuel, which is half the price of oil. It's everyone's killing themselves offshore Guyana for. If they grow the plant, they can get biofuel that costs half the amount of money. And hemp in Guyana, if it's planted right, you could get 3 seasons because it's 24/7 sunshine. Although they have rain, it's got to be strategically planted to get that 3 crop season. You may even get four. In the United States, we get 2 crops. Canada gets 1 crop. So there's a possibility hemp could be for biofuel, which could be bigger than the oil underground right now. And hemp biofuel, you could you see in the garage, you have exhaust fume from a regular fuel. You can put that in your car and you stifle and you die from carbon monoxide. But with hemp, you can put the same exhaust fumes in your car, even a little baby, and nothing would happen because it's totally go green.
Good.
Great, great information there. Very knowledgeable. I mean, I've just learned a lot right there.
Well, hemp was also used, back in the days, they had the bags, jute bags and hemp bags, and you don't know the difference. These big ship that comes into Guyana or anywhere in the world, they have these big, huge ropes, and they throw the rope on the dock and they tie the ship together. Those are hemp rope. It's made with hemp fibers. That's how
Wow.
strong they are.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing that, very good information, especially for my mom who's watching. It's for
Good.
me.
Yes.
uh,
You
so go ahead, George. You have a
so
question, right?
if Guyana get to produce this hemp, you think it's gonna also help the Guyanese people out of poverty a little bit. With all the money, maybe it's gonna produce.
Well, that's what I'm here for. As the chairman of Guyana Hemp Industry, we lobbied since a few years ago, and finally, I think it was around February, the Attorney General cleared it off his desk that we can plant it in Guyana, and he turned it over to the Minister of Agriculture, who wanted to plant throughout the country 10 regions, 10-acre pilot project. We already had the paperwork drafted up for one region, which was in Mara, Berbice. Now we have to add 9 regions and find 10 acres in each of those regions, and that's delaying the process of finding the area, putting the GPS coordinate, and making sure the land is ready for growing. Then the water came in and the flooding came in, so everything's in a setback for maybe 2 months, so to speak. We're hoping, well, we advertised we were going to be planting the first seed the first week of June. We're hoping the president will plant it with us, and now that's moved over to July. So we really don't know what's going to happen until this water goes down a little bit to have dry land to start planting hemp as the first crop.
Yeah, I mean, and for the viewers that's watching and the ones that watching in Guyana, I mean, I hope once we get that resource in Guyana, the money comes to help because someone I spoke to yesterday, they say you're rich or you're poor, and like a lot of people right now in the flood, they don't really have none. So maybe the money will do something for them, right?
Well, Guyana don't have any kind of industry for hemp right now, and we're going to create that industry, but we cannot shoot to the stars. We have to crawl. So what we're going to do is bring in the seeds, give it to a few farmers. They're going to grow it. They're going to sell it back to us, and we're going to export that product or find investors to start a paper mill in Guyana where you can produce any type of paper plates, paper towels, napkins, toilet paper. So you have an industry. So create jobs outside growing hemp. You have other people who can be office person, manufacturing sector as well. So that is something that we're looking to do. But also all the gold mining, if you toss the hemp seed underground, you can reclaim the gold mine land from the toxic they're using because the roots absorb all the toxic from the ground, just like in Russia had a nuclear disaster back in the 80s.
Hmm.
They planted hemp and they said it's going to last for maybe 70 years. And now that toxic is gone, it's sucked up from the hemp roots itself. So this is good for the gold mining as well as the forestry. 1 acre of hemp is equal to 4 acres of forestry, basically. And if you look at you're growing a crop 3 times a year, you're reducing that much forestry for going green in Guyana.
Okay.
Great information there, Mr. Badesi. Uh,
Yeah.
so I know that you're the distributor of many products here. To name a few of them, caramel, coconut
Harvest.
water, rice, sugar. You have so many different products that you distribute here in New York, Canada. and Guyana, what is your absolute favorite product? Like, what is one of those things that you have to have every day, or maybe every other day?
Well, caramel is one of it. We've been the agent for since 1977, and it's a fast moving item. It's very tasty, but you have to watch your how much you're eating because of the sugar and that. And then we have our Badesi cream soda, which is one of the best product that we ever invented way back in the 80s, and is going strong. We have a lot of people who like to copy the formula or the bottle type and have a knockoff, which is fine. But anyone who tastes our formula it will say that our cream soda is really, really great.
Wow.
Good.
Well, George, I guess you'll have to taste that sometime soon, right?
I hope so because the doctor got me on a strict diet, so I did my 2 miles this morning. So
Now, Mr. Badesi, the small businesses in our community has been suffering due to the pandemic. What is your advice to business owners and the people in the community?
Well, as a businessman myself, the advice I can only say is that with COVID still around, they need to keep a social distance as well. You know, offer more competitive price because the bigger chains are going to buy big and sell cheap. They need to do the same thing. Sometimes a lower margin it helps you bring in the customers, and customer service is basically what everyone's looking for today. Meaning that if you go to a store and you have to wait long in lines, that's going to be problems. With the heat coming in the summer, people are just going to walk away and not shop there. So you have to have good customer service when people are cashing out. Product itself, lots of fruits and vegetables spoil over the heat. So you have to have someone who can make a good presentation, water, just like you have a farmer's market. So that's what I would say to most of these mom and pop green grocer is to have customer service for your clients.
Perfect. Well said there. Now, speaking to you, I can attest to how passionate you are about a few projects that you have been working on in Guyana. Tell us about your recent work in Guyana and your vision for that.
Well, I'm doing some humanitarian project where we have two animal shelter, two women shelter, and two children shelter will be opening up shortly. We made a presentation to the government. They all loved it. The first lady loved the ideas what we're doing. They're looking to find some funding for one of them, and I think we're going to make a change in Guyana eventually, but we're going to make a very big dent to have animals taken off the streets and put into our sanctuary. We have 200 acres of land that's ready to be built on. Due to the water, we're on a setback. In Boat Region, we're going to be building off the Suicide Highway going towards Linden, about 5 miles out, and we're going to go into Upper Berbice. They're going to plant an all-weather road at 59 Dam, and we have 200 acres in the back there. So having a sanctuary with 200 acres, we can take horses, cows, sheep, donkeys, dogs, cats, and let them roam freely. Obviously, in a gated community and barns and sheds that avoid accident on the road and not looking for food. They're in fear. We'll have work hands to take care of them, just like if it was a pet at home. This is what animal lovers do. They take care of animals, or they hear their cries, or try to help them if they're sick or lost.
Wow. Now, you mentioned the woman shelter. Can you touch on that a little bit? Because since, for me, the woman for me is very, very big. So can you touch a little bit on that for us?
Yes, all three is very passionate for me to take care of because one is the other. If you have some animals that are lost, it's the same thing with women being abused. The men in Guyanese, not all of them, but generally it's a population where it's drinking and control and abusive situation. It can be verbal abuses as well. So what we plan to do is have a gated community like an American style versus what they have over there. But we have to give credit to all the organization who's taking care of children, animals, and women over there right now. So we will work with them as well. But we want to improve it that our facilities are state of the art and gated community where they can feel comfortable, find them jobs, educate them in crafts. A mandatory thing I was thinking about is having them go to a karate school for self-defense as well. So these are the things that we're going to do differently for the women in Guyana or any woman that comes to that facilities. And in Guyana, you have teenagers at age 13, 14, 15 get into a relationship with their mother, father, or parent consenting for marriage. and that is no good because those are the ones that's actually start abuse early versus someone who's educated a little longer in life, 25, 30 years of getting married.
Definitely. And it's one of the things that we're trying very hard to fight in Guyana right now. We're trying to help, and there are many things in plans for us here at Get Real with Shameeza that we're working on to help those young women, help the families as well, because it's tough, I guess, for everyone. So we're trying to bring awareness, we're trying to find ways that we can help and everyone can be happy and there is opportunities for everyone as well, which is something I know you're doing right now.
Right. I think that the timing is right for everything. I mean, our business career in the United States and me being the chairman of Guyana Hemp, and I want to do all these things work hand in hand because if hemp is growing in Guyana, anyone can grow hemp. Someone of age, younger generation, and once you can grow something on a farm, and we were looking to employ everybody who wants to grow it. So these women who are not independent can grow it and they can earn their own money. Once you have your own money, you can be independent. You don't have to be a bully, but you could be independent where you can look after yourself, you can look after your relationship or your lifestyle. Because once someone is in an abusive relationship, they don't have anywhere to go. The neighbors, the family, they're all talk, stay, you have nowhere to go. But if you have your own money, you can rent your own apartment, take care of your kids if you have any, find food or buy your own food and have your own shelter. So that is the triangle I'm saying for myself, hemp and these orphanage and these women's shelter at the same time. It works hand in hand, right time.
And animal shelter.
And animals, correct.
Perfect. So I want to get a little bit funny here. I want to do a little fun thing with you, because lighten up the mood a little bit. We've
Sure.
been very serious here, so I want to play a little game with you. It's called 6 and 60. So basically, what it is, it's 6 questions in 60 seconds, and I'll get a timer on where I will ask you the 6 questions. You have 60 seconds to answer the questions. So I will get my timer on right here and I will bring guys. In the meantime, please share the link, like, and please, just continue to like and share our link. All right. So I am ready. Are you ready for this, Mr.
Yes.
Badesi?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Good. So I'll start the timer when I ask the first question. Who is your favorite actor?
I would say Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Any reason why?
He acts very good movies. I love the Gladiator movie he has, and many other movies he has.
Perfect. What is your favorite dish?
Shrimps, bunjil shrimps, or second would be gilbaka curry.
Oh, wow. George can testify to that.
Yep.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
Aqua blue.
Aqua blue. I like
Yes.
aqua blue too. Uh, what is your favorite feature of yourself?
I think it's my eyes because I have it covered with my glasses, but I say my eyes, and second would be my smile.
Oh, okay. And one word to describe yourself.
Humble, down to earth, humorous.
That's 3 words. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
I
take it.
gave
We'll
it
take
over, humble.
it. All right. And then the last question is, what is your pet peeve?
My what?
Pet peeve.
What is?
Your pet peeve. What do you dislike? Like
Oh,
something
what
that
do
you
I
don't
dislike?
like. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the question clearly. Yeah, what I don't like is this Snapchat filters and apps that these women use, and they make their face look like a mannequin. It's really ridiculous because if they go back in time, they would never they would never see themselves again. They don't realize that.
Oh my goodness. So that's one of
You
your
went
pet peeves.
you
Yeah.
went out the
So you
box.
you, you did very, very well. You answered almost every single question and you had 6 questions. You did it in 60 seconds. A little bit over, but very good. Well done. George, I'll hand it over to you for questions.
Yes. Vermin, for our viewers, we have business people also. How long you been in business? About
The company's been in business 45 years. I actually been in the business 45 years since I was little. I helped my dad out.
yeah.
Right after school, I joined the business itself rather than going to college or university, only high school. And here I am representing Fortune 500 companies because of my father experience and knowledge. I followed in his footsteps.
So the one thing I want to know is the viewers. You've been in business. What really make a good businessman?
Again, I would say, if you stay away from families and friends in your business, but if you have to have them, you have to have an employment contract. And if you have an employment contract, and if they do or don't, you have to have a penalty of these structure what you design. If not, family and friends are not good in business. I can recommend you that. But
Yeah,
if
that's
you,
one.
yeah, and if you look at the market you're getting involved to, and research is the key. Research, it doesn't matter whether you're going to be in, if it's the phone business or if you're going to do farming, you have to research the costs from source to the store or the consumer. Basically, a rule of thumb is if something costs $1 on the farm, it'll cost $3 to the shopper, basically. And that goes for basically everything in the market. If it's a cell phone being made in China, shipping and the market, sometimes some things are 5 times more. But you have to do research and development. Where are you going to sell it? Who are you going to sell it to? What volume? What is the investment? A lot of people check that, but they don't understand it. In this market, it's credit. You have to bring in, for example, let's say you bring in something for $10,000. That's on the water. It's in your warehouse now. You're only selling a few of that, and your customer has that, and they're giving you credit. And some of them may not even pay you. So you also have to have money that's for another shipment that's coming in as this one's selling out. So the investment part is really key that you have as well.
So the what I'm trying to get, what makes you a great business person? Because I'm in business also, and I just realized this a few months ago. I've been in business 26 years, and there's one key that makes you stay in business. You have a lot of clients. You have people in Canada. They buy from you. What makes you that person? What element you give them to make you a good business person? And this is gonna educate our viewers also, because I have the answer, but I would like to know if you have the answer.
Well, it's bringing the competitive edge to your customers and quality. Quality is number one, but you have to have a competitive price on that. You can't have quality and selling at a diamond. You have to have quality and sell at reasonable price. So those two things I look at when we bring products to our clientele is quality and competitive pricing. And we source product around the world, and that's what shoppers are looking for today. Is number one is quality with competitive pricing.
And that makes a
Perfect.
great business.
It makes a great business, and then the distribution of it makes it a better business.
Good. Yeah.
Wow.
The answer that I was looking for, I realized customer service in our business is number one. The way that we treat the people, our customers.
I agree, and that's why I was saying to the greengrocer or what the customer is very good. But you were asking about, my business is basically we're not the end user to the customer. We wholesale it, agreed.
Okay.
But the customers, retailers such as like the supermarket, the key food, whoever grocery store you're going at, the customer is really important. Yes, I agree with you. Customer is important.
Yes.
Restaurants, mom and pop stores, because that's you treat them well, they're going to come back to you.
Yes. I want to go
Definitely.
back a little bit on talk about the hemp in Guyana. So basically, the viewers that's watching, when you take this product, it's also going to create jobs for people in Guyana also, right? Because for Guyanese, you got to spell it out clear for them. I think it's going to create jobs for many people.
Well, we're expecting to create maybe in the next year or so 15,000 jobs at least. The first project we're doing right now is called a pilot project, a test pilot to see what species can grow. I'm sure hemp can grow in Guyana like tomorrow morning because there's many marijuana crop that's being confiscated. But the point is not about marijuana growing or the plant can grow. The hemp plant, if you're going to squeeze it for oil, you have to make sure it grows to a certain point and gets certain percentage of oil. And if it doesn't, then you'll bust, you'll lose, or you'll take losses. If the plant has mold, mildew, fungus, these things are going to be devastating to the investor or the farmer. Marijuana, if it has mold, mildew, fungus, it doesn't matter. They're using it for smoking only. So there's a big difference that we have to do the test pilot project to see what can grow and what quality can come out. So then the farmers will benefit from that in time to come.
So it's going to help
Perfect.
the people. That's the.
Oh yeah, definitely. For hemp in Guyana, we're looking to help the people because we can grow different species of hemp. Hemp for rope, hemp for cotton, hemp for fiber, basically. Hemp cotton gives growing cotton itself and growing hemp for cotton. Hemp gets you 4 times the amount of cotton, and it's 4 times stronger than regular cotton.
But is
Wow.
it going to create jobs for the people? I'm worrying about the
Yes,
people. The people.
that's for me. I'm for the people to grow. Like for example, let's say use the hemp for hemp rope or hemp paper or something called hempcrete. Those are the type of hemp that are low costly that we can grow anywhere. We can grow it on toxic soil like the sugar estate soil, the rice land soil, because those have chemicals and toxic in it. If you want to grow for medicinal use, which is for the oil you squeeze out, you have to grow it on organic land, and there's not too much organic land in Guyana. Most of the land and water are toxic because of the rice and cane industry for the fertilizers.
Great. So, uh, we're gonna take a little a fun question here for you now. Lighten it up a little bit for you. Now, are you spontaneous or are you more of a planner?
I'm more of a planner. I sometimes it can be spontaneous in a question or a conversation, but planning has a lot to do with it because it comes out to be the success of what your goal is basically. So planning is a must.
Definitely. Great answer. So, with New York returning to some sort of normalcy, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, actually, to me, New York was always normal. You went to the grocery store. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do really was to go to a restaurant, crowded restaurant. Uh, some shopping malls was closed, but the strip malls was all open, like the Targets, the J.C. Penney's. You could go there all the time. It's just that everyone will have to wear a mask and you had a little social distancing. But when you go into Walmart, there's no social distancing, or you still have the mask. But now that it's open back up, yeah, you can go freely more often, no worries. So I think it's a great thing that's happening right now, and it's getting back to normal.
That's right, guys. Please send in your questions for Mr. Badesi. If you have questions, please let us know in the comments. We will ask your questions. And then for me, uh, how can we support your projects? Our viewers, us here on Get Real with Shamisa, how can we support your projects?
I have a website called bdcfoundation.org, which has all my 6 humanitarian projects, 2 of each on that. They're also on Facebook. If you look for Fervent Bedesi Foundation, you'll see that, and you see more information on the Facebook pages. I have 8 pages on Facebook for ECB Foundation for Women, LMB Foundation for Women, BARS Animals, and the
Okay.
Desi Animal Shelter as well on Facebook.
Okay. Perfect. So everyone that's watching right now, if you would like to support Mr. Badesi and his foundations, please reach out. There are different ways. He just mentioned different ways. We can also uh, put the links up on our website and on our page or Get Real with Shamiza page, if that's okay with you, Mr. Badesi. And we will have
Yes,
that information up for our viewers. So if you're interested, please reach out to myself, Mr. Badesi, and we will definitely find ways to help you guys also for opportunities in Guyana. Anyone that's looking, you can also contact Mr. Badesi. Any
yes.
final words from you to our viewers before you leave us here tonight?
Well, everyone's saying stay safe. I'm sure everyone's trying to stay safe, but I believe in the universe. Whatever has to happen has to happen. So that's all I got to say. Look at the universe. Things happen for a reason. So believe in the universe. Do good, and good will come back to you. That's all I have to say.
I agree
Good.
with you
I agree with
100%.
you too.
I agree. Well, I thank you so much for being here tonight. Good luck in your future projects. And we're all here for you. If you need us, we're here. Thank you so much. You have been our sponsor, giving away the free items. And I'm excited about next week's. You've been giving away the summer beverage boxes. So
Yes,
I thank you for that as well. And I know there's a lot of other great prizes coming up in the future. So, guys, keep watching and please continue to support these different foundations, and we're all here. Okay,
yes.
Linda, thank you so much for sharing the link. Well, you have a good evening, and thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being here. All right.
Nice
Yes.
seeing
Yeah,
you
I'll talk
again.
to you in years.
Wow, George.
Yeah, it was pretty good. it's great thing that he's going to do in Guyana. But my question, I wanted to know the people. I always, we will always think about the people in Guyana because they're poor. Like I did spoke to someone yesterday. Is you're rich or you're poor? So if they're going to take this product, is it going to help the people, give them jobs, maybe open a factory? They're going to get to work because the last deal nobody get to work at the stuff. I want the if they're going to take something to the country, let the people get to enjoy it and work because Guyanese, we're hard workers. So
Right.
once it's there, you put us to work, we're going to work you
So
know
what I'm hearing you say, George, is you want to make sure that whatever is happening in Guyana, there's opportunities created for the people of Guyana.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's all.
Perfect.
And
Yeah,
that's
and
not
I think that's a goal of every industry that tries to go to Guyana. There are always, the promises are there and all of that. I know Mr. Vorman Bidesi very well, and I know he's a good man with good intentions. So his intent
yeah.
is really to help the people. So I'm sure that's what's going to happen when, he makes opportunities in Guyana. He
Yes.
will work with the people. Uh we have Sam joining us. Good night to you, Sam. Thank you so much for being here. I know that you had some other things happening for you, and I'm very proud of you. So, thank you for joining us. Isha Prasad, good night to you. We will now, George, we will now have our musical guest back.
Oh,
So,
the BPM guy. I call him the BPM.
yes,
He
Damien.
raises the blood pressure up. The doctor told me I got to take it easy, so I'm gonna have to tell
Well, we will definitely have a conversation about that.
him. Okay.
So
Um,
please welcome back to Get Real with Shameeza, Damian.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's good to have you back.
All right,
You ready
very
to
interesting
you
conversation there with Mr. Badesi. I
yes,
listened to it, and what they're doing is really really good for the people.
definitely.
So thumbs up.
yeah.
Well, are you ready to lighten up the mood here and get us some vibes here at Get Real with
Um,
Shameeza?
yeah, why not? It's Friday, TGIF.
Yes.
Wow.
Please go ahead.
Well, as I said, I have no musicians joining me tonight, but if you want the real deal, you can go on YouTube and hear my songs. But
But just
I'm
give
gonna
it
do
to
a
us.
couple. Yeah, I'm gonna do some vocals. Dadia morelele olele nandela. Dadia morelele olele nandela. O nandelala. Nandelala. E nandelala. O nandelala.
Wow.
You know,
Strong. No,
yeah. Go ahead.
Nandalala. Tell us about that.
Okay, so this song is actually a folk song dedicated towards Lord Krishna,
Okay.
Nandalal.
Okay.
Most of these chutneys, I don't know if you guys know, right? The traditional ones are folk songs and also bhajans that throughout the time, people change them into chutneys and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
what is bhajans?
Bhajans are religious songs, dedicated to the Lords,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
like Nandalal. O Raja Rama Nama Ka Patkalo Bi Kya Baya Mera Ka. That is Lord Rama bhajans.
Yeah.
Which one again by? As I told you about Mausi is a folk one.
Yes.
Dadia is Lord Krishna. Rajinder Jima Jima Jum. Sana na 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 zira. That is about a pundit. Is a folk song about a pundit.
Yes.
Ponet gui gawe chuma sana na 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 zira. Chaturang he gawo rasa. Range ko sunao game.
Wow. Wow. I know George has to get up to date with these songs. We'll need to bring him more to Queens.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You,
but I'm very familiar with those songs. Really, really good songs. And your voice, man, I cannot, I'm it's not very often that I become speechless. And I'm speechless because your voice is so strong. There's so much to it. So
Thank you.
if let's say, Damien, next week I'm celebrating my 30th birthday. Just
Right.
saying 30,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Okay.
And I want to have you play because you're so
Right.
good. I hear that strong voice and I'm turning 30. How
Right.
can I get in contact with you?
Okay, so I'm all over social media on the different platforms. I'm on Facebook. Damian DSG Sookram. I'm on Instagram. Damian DSG Sookram. Also on Twitter. I just got into Twitter maybe like 2 months ago, and I'm still trying to use it. Damian DHG Sookram. And also, I mean, if you were to contact all those guys in Queens and say, hey, I'm trying to get in contact with Damian, the guy from Jersey that sings, I'm sure
Yes.
someone is going to have my number, you know?
What part of Jersey you from?
Jersey City,
Ah,
the mini Queens of Jersey.
wow. I'm in
So
Jersey too.
I'm
when
sorry?
you
I said I'm
Was
in
that?
Jersey too.
You in Jersey too?
Yeah,
yeah, he's in
Oh,
Jersey.
which part of Jersey?
Brunswick.
All right, cool, cool. South Jersey.
Now, when you say those guys, Damien, you're referring to Ranjiv,
Yeah.
Anil,
Well,
and
my brothers in the music industry, we all keep in contact with each other and send a little text message like, "Hey, what's going on, bro? What's your plan?" Yeah,
perfect. So, guys, reach out. We've had all those guys on the show before.
yeah.
You guys are like an entire team of
Well,
musicians.
look at it this way, right? We live in the States, United States, North America,
Mhm.
and it's just a few of us that do music, and it's all about unity.
Right.
I mean, you can ask these guys about me. I'm not there to outshine anyone. I'm not there to show everyone what I'm made of, because I mean we all have the same color blood, you
Right.
know. Ranjiv has his lane, Anil has his lane, I have my own lane. But we all respect each other and support each other, whatever we do, you know.
And what I feel about each one of you as individuals, your music is unique.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you have your own unique way about you that
yeah,
there is no comparison. You guys are all great at what you do. So
yeah. Hmm.
for me, that speaks volume. Right
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
you did say earlier. I think I heard you say that you were going to give us a little taste of your soca.
Yeah, I actually do some cover songs, soca.
Okay.
The good hot ones like Tiny Whiny. You know that one?
I know that one. I
Um,
know George might know that one too.
Raga 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 raga
Oh
raga
yeah.
raga 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 raga. They watching Shameeza. They dancing. Hey. um, I it's I love soca. I love chutney. I love all different type of music. But I most, as I told you, I stick in that lane of traditional chutney. You know, and
Very
it's
nice.
good. It's
And
good.
you're
I,
very
I
good at
think
it.
you're the guy that you've been dancing all night and then you come on and the people can't really get no more. Well, they hear your song, but they have to get up and get there and do
Yes.
something. I mean,
Well,
it's good.
about
Music is good,
two
and
weeks
I'm
ago, I
happy.
went to Maryland at wedding reception, and when I was doing the sound check and stuff, um, I had on regular clothes. They come do sound check. You don't dress up. And when we went to the hotel and we came back out and we started, oh my God, man, people went uh, people went crazy because the music was pumping. My musicians was on point, and I take this very very serious because people pay money, and I like to give people the money's worth and more.
Yeah,
Right.
You know, definitely, I look at it that way. Music singing is not my full time job. It's just a hobby and a part time job. I do work a 9 to 5. So at the same time, I try to make this. I give it everything, everything.
Perfect.
lately I've been on the show and we have a lot of musician,
Right,
and I'm happy and I'm proud to know my culture. They have voices because I'm not a singing guy.
right,
Only certain people cut out for singing.
right.
But where I live in Jersey is more Latin. I know a lot of Latin singers and all that. But
Gotcha.
I'm so proud. Like we went out to Queens last Saturday, and these guys, man, you guys have talent, and you got to bring it out. If there's young people, young viewers, and they want to bring out their talent, bring it out. Have that
Yeah.
courage to come out with it. I mean, it's great to see our culture have talent.
For all these years living in the States here, I think for the last 12 to 15 years, our culture with musicians and stuff just went straight up from
Hmm.
0 to 100.
Yeah,
Every Monday you go to, everyone, the youths are, they're playing dolak, they are singing, beating dantals, and it's spreading the love for the
yeah.
culture there.
They got to bring it out. Bring it
Yeah,
out. any
Yeah.
Yeah.
talent you have. Everybody have different talents. You know, you
Yeah.
guys are singers, and you know we're gonna meet young people that wants to come on our show, and they
Right.
probably have different talents, and we will welcome them on the show. But the singing part of our culture, man, I love it. The guys last Saturday night, they rocked the house. It was a little spot, but you could feel the music. That's,
Yeah.
you know, but
And
I go to feel the music. You got to make
and the thing
music.
about it being locked down for a whole year, when you hear that beat, boom, you're ready to
Yeah.
pump.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
George
it's good. You
George was
guys keep it
definitely
up.
ready.
Yeah, keep it up. I mean, you know,
Thank you.
it's a great thing, and it's a part of expression yourself. You know, express yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I could turn to a lot of different things to do with my time. Drugs, stealing, doing
No,
all
no
those negative
stealing.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, negative stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I tend to stick with the music and
Or drinking. So you
drinking.
put it into music. I
Yeah,
have
Wow.
a
definitely.
hobby too. Everybody have a hobby that they do.
Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone.
Well said there, guys. I'm happy that you guys brought some of those things to light, instead of doing other things. You chose music because I
Yeah,
think it's been a tough time for our community, for young
yeah,
people. And
definitely.
we have seen suicide on the rise. We've seen a lot of domestic abuse and that kind of stuff. And I feel having a hobby, having something that you truly are passionate about is
Hmm.
very, very important. But you guys have chosen a path.
Hmm.
We all need, for me, I need viewers. You guys need supporters. You need
Right.
people to come out and support you. And I'm appealing to the viewers. Go out and support our local musicians, artists, because these guys are talented. You have no idea how talented. I was out last weekend and I supported. I was out with Anil and um, Prince JP,
Right.
and their performances was
Hmm.
just amazing. I was amazed, right? Because we tend to go to the big concerts and
Right.
do the fancy things, and here we are, our local musicians. They're so talented, and
Wow.
just going out there supporting them and feeling the vibes that they had was really important for me. And I feel we need to start making changes like that. And I wanted to share with you quickly, Damien. For me, when I was starting this show, I was
Hmm.
looking around seeing what else is out there. And one of the things for me that I saw is there was a lot of music, like Bollywood music played in the background and promoted in somewhat. And I said, that's, we're done with that
Right.
generation. I wanted to bring talents to my show. And
Right.
I'm happy that I have this opportunity to bring people like you and Ranjeev and Anil and Prince JP and Randy, because you guys have shown a different side of yourself. It's not
Right.
just your music is there, but your personality as well.
Right.
So I'm happy and I thank you for being here. And, if you ever need anything, if you have you have new music coming out or
Hmm.
shows or anything, and you'd like to come back on and, just let the viewers know. And also, if you're having a wedding and you would like to hire Damien, please reach out to him. Use our local people, guys, because
Yeah.
these are the talents. This is how we can build ourselves back
It's
up.
it's so funny that I was actually having a conversation this morning through text with a good musician of mine, friend in Queens, New York,
Hmm.
and as us local artists, we don't intend to get the recognition that we're supposed to.
Hmm.
But you know what, Shamiza, it basically comes down to this. We live here, and if our people who don't support us, right? Who's gonna support us? You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we live here, we breathe the same air in America here, and we bounce each other up on Liberty Avenue, wherever we might be. But the
Yeah.
intent to bring, not to knock on anyone, but I'm friends with also artists from Trinidad and Guyana and stuff. But the intent to bring these guys up from Trinidad, thinking that they're gonna mash down the place, but we have local guys over here that does the same thing and better,
Definitely.
you know.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
and me as a musician, and I told my friend this morning, I work with the underdogs. Like there's studios in Trinidad that charges big money and all this promise you're gonna be on the radio and this and that. I work with these local producers in Queens, New York because these are my friends. These are the people that support me. You know,
Yes.
I rather give my money to them.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
it's not wrong to come out and support you, man. The old stigma, I think
Yeah.
sometimes, oh, why are we gonna? is the talent that you guys have.
Yeah,
You touch people with the music; they need to come out, and music brings people out of their shell.
of course.
Yeah,
As Bob Marley says, when the music hits you, you don't feel no pain.
That's
exactly.
right.
You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
you
So if
know.
you guys, if you don't want to feel any pain, you guys need to keep watching Get Real with Shamiza. You need to support Damian and all the other singers and musicians that we've had on the show because I just hear voices and talent and good music. So
Yeah,
Damian, I want to thank you.
It's a pleasure. And George, next time send her the memo so we all look like a team.
yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes,
No problem.
that's
Or
Great
right.
maybe
voice,
she
by
send
the
us
way.
the memo.
Yes, great voice. Keep it up, man.
Thank you
You
very
know.
much. And I'd like to thank you guys for having me on your program. It's a brand new program, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes, we've only
And
been
I'm lucky
around.
to be on it before the big crowd start up, the 100,000 viewers, you know.
The only
But
thing
to
we
you
So
want
are all
you to
the
do,
best.
we
thank you
want
so
you to
much, Damian.
mention us in one of your songs.
Why not? Why not? I'm actually working on new music right now.
So you
Um,
mention us.
yeah, it should be releasing soon, and I'll try to stick in. Let me see, Shameeza George,
No, no.
SG or something.
Get real with
Get real.
Shamiza. Yeah.
All right.
No, I
Look
mean
how
we're
everybody want to get real. Shameeza and George. Da-na-na-na-na.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Good, good.
I love it. I love it.
All right,
Thank you
guys. So
so much.
listen,
Good
it's a
luck.
pleasure and have fun. Remember, it's Friday and
Yes, we'll keep that in
Thank
mind
you.
for sure.
COVID is going away, and we're ready to pump.
COVID is
Yes,
gone. What are you talking
definitely.
about?
Yeah, I had COVID back in February. I'm over it. I have my vaccines. I'm straight. So, you know,
You're good. You're good.
Great.
Me
thank
too.
you.
Don't worry.
All
Enjoy.
right, guys.
Take care.
Have a
Good
great
night.
night.
Wow,
So
George.
Shannon.
Very interesting show tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we that's what we hear. That's why our show, you create the show to bring people out, bring
Definitely.
and that old stigma. We want them to come out. Like you probably have new people, new kids, a new person with a business that want to come on your show and talk about their business. They're
Yeah.
welcome. Not just talent of singer, business. Maybe they need advice from someone else, or it's hard to open your own business. It's very hard. You have to have courage to go out and do these things. So
Yes.
sometimes people want to talk about it. I like to talk. I talk about everything, and people, it's
George, it is quite clear that you like to talk about everything. I'm sure here, look,
I get
we
into
have, I'll
trouble,
take a
but
few comments here. Grace says that George is from Guyana. Christine says music is the healer of everything. I will agree with Christine. And Christine is always right in my book. So,
yeah.
Christine, you're absolutely right. Linda, she says that Prince JP and Anil are awesome singers in the community. I will agree with you. And Arnaz, good night to you, Arnaz, and welcome to the show. I'm assuming you just joined us. So, thank you for being here. George, so I am excited about next week's show.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, of course. I mean, the cricketers. They're going to talk about the cricket. It's great. I mean, I don't know much about it. I'll be honest because I'm not going to be lying here. But
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get in and study my questions. I'm going to ask the guys. You know, but
The,
I
the
think you're going to.
viewers, I'm sure, are very excited about cricket and Father's Day. I am sure they are even more excited to hear from Ramnaresh Sarwan. Sarwan is one of the legends of the cricket world, right? And he is from Guyana. He has done amazing. He's been to several World Cups, and I am just excited to hear what this guy has to say. He's now retired, but I'm excited to have him. And then how about KI?
Yeah, I mean, we have another Chatney singer and soca.
Well, yeah, it's just exciting to see all these guys. Now, in addition to this, we're gonna announce during the week there's gonna be a roundtable discussion about cricket. So we will have different players
Mm-hmm.
from different teams and different countries that will all come together and have a discussion on cricket. So any questions that you would like ask, we'll have some quiz going on, little trivia going on about cricket, and it will be interesting. I'm
Nice.
finalizing the show and I'm excited about it. So I hope
Make sure.
everyone will join us. They will share. They will continue to like our page. I'm appealing to everyone also. Please join us on our Get Real page. So
Yeah.
I have my personal page where, I share my personal stuff, but the Get Real page is really for the show. So I'm appealing to everyone to please join us on Get Real with Shameeza. If you go to the page, you like it, you will get notifications when the show is on and whatever we have going on. If we put out a flyer out there, you'll get notification about it. So if you haven't yet, I know a lot of you have. If you have not yet liked our page, please like it, join it, and continue to share it with your friends and family because we want to continue doing this with you. I'm truly enjoying my journey with you guys, and I'm looking forward to many more. There is so much more stories to bring to you. And so I want to be able to do it in a very productive manner and, just bring real information to you guys. So, tonight, Georgia, I want to thank. I know Crystal tried to come on, but she was not able to do that. So
Yeah.
I would like to, nevertheless, still thank Crystal Lamb, Foreman Badesi, and my musical guest, Damian Sookram. Tonight, I have learned a lot about these individuals. I've also learned that with faith and determination, I can achieve anything in this world. Thank you for being here with us, George. I thank you for being my co host. And I thank everyone for spending this time here with us. And so, with that said, George, good night to you. Good night to everyone. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys